What up, YouTube? Knowledge and self-determination. So, I I wanted to share this with you guys. I was chilling yesterday with some brothers that I work with. Well, we work for the same organization, I should say, the same school district, and the idea was presented. Well, let me start by saying this. The one brother, he has a pretty high position in the school district. He's a white collar office dude, that makes decisions and shit like that. I'll just leave it at that. He invited me to join a men's group / think tank that he's a part of that meets every so often in the city of Long Beach. Now, I was with the idea. As soon as he brought it up, I was like, yes, I'm with it. He has me and another brother that works with us. If he was interested in joining this think tank / men's group, and he was with it too. Now, he contacted one of the brothers who started up that particular group, and told him about me and the other brother. Now, the other brother is Muslim, and the majority of the men, well, all of the men in this group are Christian. And the other brother basically told my homie that they weren't really interested in the idea of having the Muslim brother be part of the group, which I thought was very interesting. Now I'm going to add this part, and not saying that white people cannot be a part of black think tanks, but I don't think they should have any controlling interest in anything black related. I just don't, because our interests are not aligned. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't any progressive white people out there. However, any black organization should be run by black people. Not saying that white people can't be members, but there shouldn't be no aspect of that organization in which they control. But anyway, they have a white dude who's a member of the group, and that's fine. But they turned down the brother for this predominantly black think tank because he's Muslim. And I just thought that was kind of stupid. I really did. I'm not a Christian or a Muslim, and I'm not going to get into my worldviews or anything like that because it's completely inconsequential, especially when it comes to educating our youth, our people, uniting and building our own communities. What I believe or think is completely inconsequential so far as my worldview. What should be important and what is important is what I do to manifest these thoughts into reality. What do I do to educate our children? What do I do to help them? What do I do to spread knowledge and information? What do I do to bring forth togetherness with our people? That's what's important. What God I pray to, or what messenger of God of the man. Look, anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. All that shit is completely inconsequential. Just like with the LDBC, these are brothers that are spread across the nation. And all of them have different ideas and worldviews, and that's exactly the type of community that we need. We need that as black men, to put aside our petty differences. Yeah, I'm saying your belief systems are petty when it comes to what we are faced with in reality. Because at the end of the day, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, a Jain, or whatever, if a white cop puts a bullet in your fucking head, your gray matter is going to be on the concrete. No matter what you believe in. If you get falsely convicted of a crime, your ass is going to a federal penitentiary, more than likely with football numbers. And whoever you believe in is completely inconsequential to the law discriminating against us and railroading us and corralling us into prisons to keep us as slaves. They don't give a fuck what you believe in. White supremacy doesn't care what God you pray to. They could care less. But anyway, so my man wants to start up a think tank, a group for black men, a think tank for us to come together, put our heads together, talk about social issues, and just be a supportive group. Share ideas and grow. You know, the more people we get, the more our influence will spread. And the more our influence spread, the more change in the community can take place. You know, but of course, you know, that's just a dream right now. That's just a projected goal. And hopefully it will get to that one day. Man, I forgot the original point of me making this fucking video. But I guess I'll just go on from here. Now, I met up with these brothers, you know, real smart, man, real smart brothers. I mean, master's degree level type of, you know, education type dudes, you know what I'm saying? And it was good. It was good to be in that environment, you know, with dudes who even though we all have different belief systems or different worldviews, when it comes down to speaking the truth about our people and our history, we're all on the same page. We're all on point, and we all have ideas that the other wants to hear or be a part of. And I think that's what's really important. I think that's what's important most of all. And I've been trying to pull other brothers that I know into it. You know, all good brothers, all brothers who are trying to work for the benefit of our people and our kids, who want to educate them, motivate them in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? And give them positive affirmations. You know what I'm saying? That is what we need more than anything. This video isn't bashing any group of people or race of people. This video isn't intended to be negative at all. This video is basically to just talk about how good I feel that, you know, linking up with brothers. I mean, and brothers who were out there in the game, you know, and I'm over here in Cali. I mean, these brothers were in the game. I'm not dropping any names, but the one brother, the Muslim brother, his brother right now is a Paru. Now, I mean, he in that life, you know what I'm saying? He didn't been to the pen, and he in that life, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm gonna say on that, you know, other than, you know, this brother is possibly looking for an exit strategy, you know, or a different type of people to associate himself with, you know, so he doesn't feel so stuck and trapped. You know what I'm saying? And that it in itself is part of the essence of why a group like this is important, because every brother that's out there banging doesn't necessarily want this to be their life. They don't necessarily want their children and grandchildren to be in harm's way. They don't necessarily want that, or their moms or their grandmother. They don't necessarily want that. But sometimes you get into a situation and you're stuck and you don't know any other way. You don't know any way out. You don't know any other life other than the life that you lived all those years. And things like this, positive black dudes coming together to try and work out problems and create situations for each other, you know, possibly putting you on with a job or pointing you into the right direction where you can get a certain type of job, or just being there and having your back, you know, just as moral support. You know, all of that is imperative for us, you know. And if we can be there for this brother and show him that there is a different life out there, because like I said, all three of us have spent our time in the streets doing dirt, doing crazy shit, you know. And all three of us have gone on and done different things and turned our lives completely around, done complete 180s, turned away from the streets, went to college, got degrees, you know, worked for an organization where we had pretty decent job stability, benefits, so on and so forth, you know. So it is possible to get the fuck out of the game. It is possible to do that, to turn away from it, you know. It may be a lot more complicated or difficult for some than others. Now, I mean, there are varying degrees to everything in every situation. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put this out there, man. You know, we need more of that. We need more black men coming together, building communities. You know, we need more black men coming together, sharing knowledge and information. Man, I spent pretty much all day with these brothers. You know what I'm saying? Good, at least a half a day, really. You know, and I gained more information and knowledge on building. And man, I learned a lot yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot. And some of my own ideas are actually starting to come into fruition as we speak. I'm not going to speak on anything until it actually happens, but shit is looking good. It's looking real good right now. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing what a conversation with what the right person can do. You know what I'm saying? Presenting your ideas and your thoughts in a very logical and intelligent fashion can work wonders. You know what I'm saying? So black people, we need to stop focusing on being hood all the time. Now, I mean, because you could be sitting on a gold mine of an idea and your presentation could be all wrong and turn off a potential investor or possible partner, You know what I'm saying? So sometimes knowing how to speak, the right way to speak, or using the right words can make all the difference in your future endeavors. But yeah, man, I like this idea of us meeting together. And on top of that, I would love to incorporate or try to incorporate to some degree this men's group, this think tank, into the Black Student Union, which I am an advisor of at the school that I work at. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to be able to incorporate that. Maybe have some of these brothers come up and speak to these kids. You know what I'm saying? Just doing anything I can to keep these kids going forward with their lives. And not being stuck on stupid, thinking that material bullshit, looking good and wearing the latest fashions, you know what I'm saying, and being fully immersed into pop culture is all there is. Because these kids believe that pop culture is all there is. You know what I'm saying? All there is. These kids need to start learning how to have responsibility and accountability. And I'm going to say this, and the reason why I say this, and I'm going to end the video with this. The one young sister, who is the president of the BSU at the school that I work at, I let her hold one of my copies, which is a disc that has part 1 and 2 of Hidden Colors on it. I know 3, 4, and 5 exist, but this is just 1 and 2. I let her hold it. And she's had it for like a couple of weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks now, and hasn't watched a single minute of it. While other kids, because as I have been bringing this to their attention, the word has been spreading, and other kids have actually been going on YouTube to watch it and have watched it. And I was disappointed in her being the president of the BSU, not actually watching it. And then I explained to her why I wanted her to watch it with the other officers. Because you're the president of the BSU. You should be the example for what these other kids are doing. They come here every day, every Wednesday, and listen to you talk. You know what I'm saying? So you have some impact on them. Know what I mean? So basically, I basically expressed how disappointed I was in her and what I expected from her. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, she didn't take the opportunity to actually utilize her time wisely. And these are things that we got to teach our children. We got to teach our children to be accountable for the things that they do and be accountable for the things that they don't do. When you're put in a position of responsibility, you have to take that role seriously, or else the people who are your constituents won't take you seriously. The adults who advise or people who are monitoring you or supervising won't take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys have BSUs in your cities, states, or the schools that your kids go to, get involved, be a part of it, Be as much a part of these activities and organizations as possible. As Black people, our only interest in our kids shouldn't be, did you get all A's and going to watch their sporting events. There's more to it. And this young sister comes from a good home. However, with all the responsibility that she has, she still hasn't made the correlation with having responsibility and being mature and adult enough to handle all those responsibilities as they come your way. Instead of avoiding a conflict or avoiding the conversation of why you didn't watch the documentary, you know what I'm saying? Being on little kid time, you're 17, you're a senior. Next summer, you're going to be a full-fledged adult out of high school. Your life is yours at that point. You gotta shrug off the little kid mentality. You gotta step out of that little kid way of thinking. I'm not saying being older than which. I'm not saying act out. Stay in your lane, but be mature in your lane. And it's something that she can do because there are a lot of mature kids that go to that school who are on some next level shit. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So all of that comes with a certain level of maturity. Parents, be an example for your kids. Because when your kids are irresponsible and have a lack of accountability, that's shit that they learn from home. That's shit they learn from you. You understand? There's some things that just can't be taught in school. There's some things that kids become and do as a direct result of the influence that they have, the things they mimic and imitate from those who are closest to them. So if your kid doesn't have responsibility or accountability, you know what I'm saying? It's probably because you probably don't. And if you do, you don't force your kid or instill the importance of being that way into your kids, you know. But at the end of the day, it's all about us coming together, and that's what we need more of: Black togetherness.